What's up guys, Collin from Built2Wander. Behind me is our 1975 Scout 2 restomod project. We just wrapped up phase 2 with a slew of bodywork done at Custom Scouts up in Canada. And today we're gonna walk around the build, show all the progress we made, and discuss next steps to get this thing wrapped up for the SEMA Show at the end of the year. Before we get started, like this video, subscribe to the Driving Line channel, and let's get after it. I'm super stoked, not only because we have the Scout back from Custom Scouts in Canada, but we're also standing in a brand new shop for 3D Off-Road. So more on that to come, but really excited for what Matt has created here at 3D and to continue to build awesome vehicles in a brand new space. So it's been a while since we've had the Scout in the shop and been working on it. And to kind of quickly recap what we achieved in phase 1, we worked with 3D Off-Road and built out a custom chassis for this thing. That included a fully custom suspension designed by 3D Off-Road with Bilstein coilovers. We did Curry axles underneath. We've got an AMW 4x4 Hellcat conversion for the power plant, and it's sitting on a set of 37-inch Nitto tires. All of that was completed, and now it's time for phase 2. We sent it off this year to Custom Scouts up in Canada for a few months. Now JT has a really awesome Scout shop up there. They make a lot of their own sheet metal parts, and I'll talk about some of those integrated into this build. But not only that, they do full restorations as well. So I know he's got quite a few projects in the shop now. They do have some availability in 2026. So if you're working on your own Scout, be sure to hit me up and I'll get you in touch with them. But we're gonna start here in the back, and what you can see are these black panels. So we got a lot of new body panels from EJ Classics. Timing worked out in our favor in a sense that for the longest time, you couldn't get certain body panels for these old Scouts. And EJ Classics came out with an entire Scout line. And so we were able to get a lot of new sheet metal that's literally OEM fitment and quality. Really excited about that. What you can see here is the rear quarter panels. So we've got rear quarters, inner and outer. We've got all new wheel well openings, and basically from the firewall back, all new floors. And some of those pieces came from EJ Classics, some came from Custom Scouts. What doesn't really meet the eye initially is a lot of the custom work that JT and his team put in. Here in the back, you can see we've got 37-inch Nitto Recon grapplers, and we built this chassis around a 37-inch tire. We wanted to be a little different. We see a lot of Scouts on 35s. Not many go this big because of fitment issues. So what JT did was he actually opened up these wheel wells. So we got brand new panels, and he started cutting them up. And then he worked with a local supplier to actually go in with a hammer and dolly and get this body line back. Because my biggest priority is, as we build this thing, I want all the factory body lines to be there. When you're looking at it, and maybe you don't know Scouts as well as others, visually you don't realize that the wheel wells have been opened or that anything's different, right? So it looks factory. And I think with JT's help, we were really able to achieve that. Super stoked about that. And that's what allows us to keep a lower center of gravity and fit that bigger tire. I didn't want to jack this thing up on a 6-inch lift because I want it to drive well down the road. This will be a driver, not really a wheeling vehicle. So the kind of the stance was really important to me. Panels from EJ Classics. We got rid of a ton of rusted out cancerous parts, and this thing is just one step closer to being complete from that perspective. So I wanted to kind of show what we did inside here with Custom Scouts. So like I mentioned, we got some of these panels from EJ Classics where needed, but Custom Scouts also makes some of their own sheet metal as well. And so what you can see here are all new stainless steel rocker panels, floors. We've got kick panels, cab mounts, and wedges, all from Custom Scouts, all stainless steel. They will literally never rust again. I'm blown away by the fitment, and obviously JT put a ton of time into making sure everything came together nicely. This was probably the worst area of this Scout. The whole floors had multiple holes on both sides. It's really relieving to open the door and see, you know, beautiful floors with no holes, and I know that we won't have to worry about that moving forward. The other thing we did while we were at it was we replaced the transmission tunnel, so we got that from EJ Classics. Basically, like I said, from the firewall all the way back is all brand new sheet metal. The doors are original, the tailgate's original, obviously the top's original. We're gonna have to replace that more than likely. From here, we just have to do some final finish body work, get it off to paint, and then start working on interior to get this thing wrapped up. Looking into the Scout from the back, this is where a lot of new parts came into play. So again, all these panels that are primed black came from EJ Classics. Super stoked that they're making parts for these old Scouts, and I think it times well with the return of the Scout, because now, you know, there's gonna be more interest in people restoring these vehicles, and EJ Classics is helping to bring that to fruition and make it easier on people like myself. And so again, JT at Custom Scouts helped put all this together. All new floors, the inner quarter panels, the wheel wells, and you can't really tell just by looking at them, but JT physically cut those in half and stretched them, added new sheet metal, and he was doing that to allow for more room in the wheel well for those 37-inch tires. It's not just simply opening up the actual quarter panels and front fenders, but it's also what's inside as well, because all of that has to come together. There's just a ton of attention to detail and a ton of time in that work. It all goes into kind of what our end goal and results are with this Scout. So I'm really, really excited about how it came together. Excited to have, you know, fresh floors. Again, the back was pretty rough here, so we're in much better shape at this point as well. I do plan to keep the factory tailgate, as you can hear by me shutting it. This thing's pretty stout and heavy duty, so no issues with that. You can see here in the back too, this is a custom bumper from Custom Scouts. So they make front and rear bumpers. They do all kinds of parts for these old Scouts. So definitely check them out if you're looking to accessorize your Scout beyond just body panels as well. I think lastly, you know, new tail caps from EJ Classics for the tail lights. We had this vehicle had been in an accident in this corner. There was a ton of Bondo, so now all that's gone. You know, my goal is like no Bondo in this thing if we can help it. So now that we've walked around all of the work completed with Custom Scouts through phase 2, I wanted to talk about what's next for this vehicle and how we finish it up ultimately for 2026 SEMA Show here in about a year's time. So what we have to do first is wrap up odds and ends with the chassis. So we've got to build the fuel tank, we've got to run exhausts, we have to plumb and wire the entire thing. There's some odds and ends and steering that we've got to dial in. The bulk of the work in the chassis is complete, but those odds and ends do take quite a bit of time. So we're gonna start there. From that point, we will plan to get this thing not only as a roller, but as a driver. So we wanna have it on the road, physically driving, and know that all the fab's done. And then we can tear it apart, send the body off to Carly Coachwork to get some paint work done. And then from there, we'll bring it back and start working on interior. There are going to be plenty of odds and ends that we have to get dialed in for this thing. We've got friends in the industry like IH Parts America, Jeff over there. You know, they pretty much have everything you could ever need for a Scout restoration. They even do their own restorations as well, similar to Custom Scouts. So with Jeff's help, I know we can get what we need to get this thing dialed in, but can't wait to get moving on phase 3, and can't wait to bring this thing back to life and get this old Scout on the road again. So there you guys have it, an update on our 75 Scout 2 Resto Mod project down here at 3D Off-Road. Shout out to JT at Custom Scouts for all the hard work that went into the body, EJ Classics for their help with the panels, and of course IH Parts America for all the odds and ends along the way. Guys, drop me a comment below. Let me know with what you think of how this thing continues to progress, and also what color should we paint this thing? That's one question that I have yet to answer, and it's coming up quick. As always, hit the like button if you did and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, wander on.
Hey guys, thanks for stopping by the Drive In Line YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe before you leave. I'm Cleese McFarland. Hell yeah, brother. We'll see you later.